When examining Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey, it is difficult to make a comparative reference to any other film because the film is so unusual. 2001 even vastly differs from Kubrick's own body of work, which includes Dr. Strangelove, The Shining, and A Clockwork Orange. The film is divided into two parts. Part 1 alone is approximately an hour and 22 minutes long, which is a typical duration for an entire film by today's standards. Part 1 feels much longer than it is, mostly because of film editor Ray Lovejoy's use of excessive shot duration. The film's title sequence features total darkness for several minutes. In most films, actions are shown until the audience understands enough about what is happening to complete the actions with their imagination. In 2001, actions are shown in their entirety. We watch a master shot, or a shot that covers the action of a scene in one continuous take, of Dave exercising inside the spacecraft. In another continuous shot, we see the spacecraft drift from the middle of the screen until it almost leaves the shot completely. The length of these scenes elicit an "enough already" response from viewers. Lovejoy maintains a balance between continuity and discontinuity throughout Part 1. The film is predominantly continuous. Scenes are presented in a smooth and logical way. Jump cuts, breaks in the film's continuity, are used to interrupt the slow rhythm of the master shots and show the passage of time. For example, after the master shots of apes making technological discoveries, Lovejoy uses jump cuts to transition to montages of long, natural shots containing little to no action. The use of these natural shots to break up more chaotic scenes with the apes portrays the slow learning process of primitive creatures. The natural scenes have an extraterrestrial appearance, which makes it difficult for viewers to understand where the story is taking place. The story's exposition is vague and prolonged, and deliberately so. Part 1 feels much longer than it is because it's supposed to. In a 1968 interview with Playboy magazine, Stanley Kubrick said he intended the film to be an intensely subjective experience that reaches the viewer at an inner level of consciousness, just as music does. To further his point, Kubrick said, "To explain a Beethoven symphony would be to emasculate it by eradicating an artificial barrier between conception and appreciation." Kubrick intended for his audience to think deeply about the role that man plays in time and space. The film's slow pace allows for this type of deep thinking. On a personal level, Kubrick was never concerned about the efficient use of his time. Michael Hare, a friend of Stanley's, wrote of him in Vanity Fair, "Time itself was meaningless, except as something to be kept on your side. An hour was nothing, mere overture, or opening move, or gambit, a small taste of his virtuosity."